Okay, this is the second word problem video. We're on the top flap of section number 5. Here is we have the same essential question. How can I use what I have learned to solve word problems? Here's our next word problem. If we have a pizza here, if segment AB and segment CD are diameters, so they're not telling us that every segment is a diameter, just these. I'm going to highlight these. So I know that AB is a diameter, and I know that CD is a diameter. All right, so I know those divide the circle into two exact halves of 180 degrees. Whenever you see this class that you know there's diameters on a word problem, make sure you highlight them or do something, because a lot of times you need to know those are diameters in order to solve the problem. So it says find and label all of the missing central and arc measures. Central and arc measures, all right? Well, I've got a few of these I can label right now. If the central angle here is 90 degrees, that means the arc measure is 90 degrees. And the central angle here is 20 degrees. That is also 20 degrees. This arc is 20 degrees. Alright, well, I can solve this lots of different ways. Be careful about automatically assuming vertical angles. This angle 20 is not a vertical angle of this piece right here, because these two radii are not a diameter, because we were not told that, so we cannot assume that. We know that these two angles are vertical angles because they're made by two line segments, but this one and this one no, and clearly this one and this one no. But I do know that 20 plus 90 plus this must equal 180. So I'm going to go ahead and add 20 plus 90. I've got 110 degrees. 180 minus 110 equals 70. So I know this is 70 degrees. Since I know this is a vertical angle, and you could also figure it out the same way, 20 plus 90 is 110. These three angles add up to 180 because CD is a diameter. So this must also be 70. And now I can figure out what this angle is. Since 70 plus 80 is equal to, oops, that's not an 80. 70 plus 80 is equal to 150. I can find that missing angle by subtracting that from 180. And I end up with 30 degrees. So this is 30 degrees. Now, let's label all of our missing arc measures. This is 70 degrees. This is 30 degrees. This is 70 degrees. And I would say, class, on this kind of question on a test, man, you want to get all the points here. You want to add all your final arc measures together to see if they add up to 180 degrees. So let's do that right now. Whoops. I'll drag this over. I'll start with the 80 right here. Sometimes I'll circle that just to make sure I know where I'm starting from. So I'm going to start with 80, and I'll go clockwise. Plus 30, plus 70, plus 90, plus 20, plus 70. Let's take a look. 80, 30, 70, 90, 20, and 70. Press equal. It comes out to 360. That means I know I must have the proper arc measures. Alright, so there's the first one done. Okay, next one. Suppose you buy an extra large pizza with a 26-inch diameter. That's a big pizza. It is cut into 16 equal pieces, equal slices, and you eat 5 whole slices for dinner. What is the total area of pizza that you ate? I don't want to know what's left, class. I want to know what I ate. So let's go ahead and draw a circle here so we can kind of see what our diagram looks like. So here is our pizza. Alright, and let's go ahead and give it a center. First thing I want to know, class, is I want to know what the radius is. If the diameter is 26, then the radius is equal to 26 divided by 2, because the radius is half of the diameter, so the radius is 13 inches. Alright, now, I'm dealing with area here, not crust. Crust would be arc length. Area is the space inside. They want to know the area of the pizza you ate. Well, we're going to need to know the area of the whole pizza. So the area of the whole pizza is pi r squared, which is equal to pi times 13 squared. Let's go ahead and do 13 squared. That is 169. So the area is 169 pi inches squared. Now let me comment on something real quick. Last few years I have seen so many students get to this point and they'll do 13 squared and they'll forget the pi. So they'll say, oh, the area, Mr. Z, is 169 inches squared. No, it's not. It's 169 times pi. That's about 3 times 169. So do not drop pi. Pi never disappears until you multiply it into your value. If you want to know what this is in terms of decimal, you would type in 169 pi, and now you hit equal and take a look, class. The actual area is like 531 inches squared. But we're going to leave pi because we want our answer to be as exact as possible. All right, so we want to know how much did we eat if we ate 5 slices? Now here's the key, class. It's divided into 16 equal slices. That means I can write a proportion. Okay? And here's how I do it. The area of my 5 slices, let's say that's x, over the total area of my pizza, which is 169 pi, is equal to, how much did I eat? 5 slices. How many total slices are there? Equal slices? 16. Now you'd seen in previous questions we've used degrees to figure out the area of a sector, but also remember in our examples, if we had a pizza and you want to know how much area was in 1 slice and the pizza was divided into 6 slices, that'd be the whole area divided by 6. We're doing this because we're not eating just 1 slice, otherwise it would be x over 169 pi equals 1 over 16. Or you could just take the whole area and divide it by 16 and there's 1 piece. We're doing 5 pieces out of 16. So now, this is why if you learn proportions well in a previous unit, this comes in very handy. Let's go ahead and cross multiply. We've got 16 times our area that we've eaten is equal to 5 times, I got a little delay here, 5 times 169 pi. Let's do 5 times 169. That's equal to 845. So 16x is equal to 845 pi. All we got to do is get x by itself because x is the area that we have eaten over the total area. So we're going to divide both sides by 16. So x is equal to 845 pi over 16. Let's go ahead and put that in our calculator. That's our exact answer. Let's get our estimated answer. 845 pi divided by 16 is equal to 165.9. 169.5. Our unit of measure for area here is inches squared. That's a lot of pizza. Okay, some of you may be thinking, oh, Mr. Z, you know what? How I could have solved it? I could have taken 169 pi and divided it by 16. Let's do that. 169 pi divided by 16, and that would have given me the area of 1 slice, because you take the whole area and divide it into 16 equal slices. And you are correct on that. That would be the area of one slice. Then all I have to do is multiply that times 5, and that gives me the area of 5 slices. Take a look at our final answer. 165.9. You know what? I might have written this number down wrong now that we did that. 165.9. Let's check this number one more time. 845 pi divided by 16 equals, oops, I wrote this number down wrong. Yeah, just checked my own work. 165.9. Let's fix it. I did it the other way and it came out that I found my wrong answer. 165.9 inches squared. So you can see, class, there's another way to solve this problem. You can just say, hey, how much is one slice? It's the total area of the pizza divided by 16. There's one slice. Then multiply it times 5 slices, because that's how many total slices I ate, and you get the exact same number, or at least an approximate answer that's going to get you the correct answer here. One more comment. I've said this before in class. Class, if for some reason you wrote on the test 169.5 inches squared, and I saw that your answer was wrong, but I saw you set up the problem correctly, then I would have recognized you did the same thing I did, just switch some numbers around, and you would get probably full credit or close to full credit for this answer. So here's how we can find the total area of the pizza you ate. I would suggest on this particular problem you would write this as a sentence answer, so I would do that right now. The total area of pizza I ate, and I can actually do that. Let's do that. The total, remember I tell you guys a word problem needs a word answer. The total area of pizza I ate was 165.9 inches squared. And actually, let's see, this problem doesn't require a sentence answer. What is the length of GF? Yeah, on this problem over here that I did in the previous video, your final answer should have been the length of arc GF is 6.8 feet. I didn't have room to write that though. All right, and I'll always tell you in the test or quizzes whether you need to write in a sentence answer or not. So there's how to solve the pizza area problem.